What is going on, man? It is my great honor here now to introduce, let me tell you, man, my mind is blown. We just met like a week ago, but I got to introduce Sekou Pyle. Sekou Pyle, he is the man, the master, the wordologist, the guy that will blow your mind. And if you don't think you need coaching, I guarantee you, 1 week with Sekou and his Appointment Academy, you will be going back every week. That's how intense it is. I mean, I've never been so tired at the end of the day. 3:30 would come around, man, and I would go crawling. I can't do this anymore.
Tap out.
I still got another 4 hours of work I got to do. Oh, man, right? So, but, man, thank you so much. We are honored to have you on our show.
Thank you.
Oh, I can't. So, just to touch on a little bit, right? I'm a seasoned agent. I've been at this for 8 years, and I am probably one of the worst coaching students there ever was. I hate coaching. I am not a systems and a process guy. ID, get it done type of person. I have to say that the golden nuggets that we learned, I'm like, literally, we were on EXP Explained, man, and Vincent Koo, right? He was like, oh, you gotta check this guy out. You gotta check this guy out. I'm like, who is this? So I listened. I was like, man, he's good. He's got some golden nuggets. I want this. So I went in, right? So what is it, man? What made you want to share that knowledge?
Ah, man, what made me want to share that knowledge? I got a really simple answer. It's not gonna sound deep or anything like that. As a matter of fact, I might even sound like a bit of a jerk, right? So when I started in real estate, man, I was in this little tiny company up on the top end of Hoboken in Hudson County, New Jersey. And I would watch the other people in the office get checks every week. They were doing deals. And I am a very, very high performance guy, right? I'm super competitive. Everything I ever do, I always do well. I'm wearing $4,000 or $5,000 suits. Let's go. What's up, right? And these other dudes are getting checks, and I ain't getting anything. And so I was like pissed, and I went to a few different people, and they were like, "Oh, you just got to stick with it. You got to make some calls. You got to do this." But nobody was really giving me the answers. And so I got to this point where I made a vow that I wasn't going to go another week in this business without a check. And so all I did was pour all of my energy into figuring out what to do in order to win at this game. And there was all these reasons why I felt like I couldn't do it. I was a black dude. It's Hoboken. There's a bunch of Jewish guys, a bunch of Asian people, and all this kind of crap in my head.
Excuses, right?
Yeah, all these excuses, all these reasons, what we were talking about before, all these reasons, but there were no results, right? And so all I did was dive into what it was that people did in order to succeed no matter where they were. And I got to this point where I was doing 12, 15 transactions a month. And because I'm highly competitive, right, Jeff? So this is, like I said, it's going to sound like a jerk. Because I'm highly competitive, I was like, if I could do it, how come y'all can't do it?
It's my line, man. If I do, why can't you do it, right?
I'm just street dude from Harlem. I'm from uptown, this and that, I graduated UCLA, summa cum laude from UCLA, University of the corner of Lenox Avenue.
Wow, there you go.
So if I could do it, anybody could do it. And so what I noticed was there were little blocks in the way of people, and there's these little things that we've sort of generated to put in our way, self-sabotage, whatever we're going to call it. We keep doing it to ourselves. If I can help one or two people, I have a goal in 2021 to help 1,000 agents become productive this year.
I'm writing that down. We're going to help you hit that goal. We're going to do that.
That's what I'm talking. And then so collaboration, because I do this, I keep meeting people like you two.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. So let me ask you. So like I'm sitting there and I'm in this class, right? And legitimately the first day, the first like 15 minutes into this, you're like, you're gonna talk to 100 people in the next hour. And I'm like, yeah, okay. What the hell? Impossible. I can do this. I cannot dial the phone that fast. There's no dialing. There's no way, right? So explain to us, because I think a lot of people have a misconception as to what an actual contact is. So Sekou Pyle, what is a contact?
I'm an ABC kind of guy. I'm a simple dude, right? I just want to keep it simple so we can win or we can learn, right? So for me, there's 5 contacts, and it's really, really simple, man. Don't make it complicated. You don't have to talk about real estate. You don't have to be all business. It's just any living, breathing adult human that you talk to by the phone, FaceTime, instant message, text message, et cetera, et cetera. If you put out information and somebody can respond to you, that is a contact. Door knocking, belly to at the gas station, the dude that pumps your gas. The dude that pumps your gas at the gas station is a contact if you talk to him.
Yeah.
Right? Then if you pick up the phone and you text people, my kids call the text the thank you note, the modern day thank you note. Right? If you call one of my kids, right? I got 22-year-old kids, I got 8-year-old kids. You call one of my kids and leave a voice message, they'll laugh at you.
Yeah, me too.
They'll send you a text message back and be like, did you want me to listen to the message before I called you back or something like that? Like they'll be like, why didn't you just text me? Right? So if it's a text message and you send a text and somebody returns the text, that's a contact. Instant message, direct message, semaphore, smoke signal, carrier pigeon. I don't care. As long as they respond to you, it's a contact. Our live messages, our live broadcast. This broadcast is live. What's up, everybody? Everybody watching on this broadcast is a contact because you can interact. You can ask a question during the live broadcast. You can ask a question. We can respond immediately. We can say, what's up to you? How you doing? Hey, mom, whatever, right? And then if you do any kind of other social media post besides a live, any other kind of social media post, and people like and comment, they take the time out of their day to pay attention to your post. They like and comment, and then you respond to their like and comment. Those are contacts as well. And, we spend a lot of money on marketing, right? Michelle, right? You spend a lot of marketing money, right? So when they click on your link, when they respond to your marketing, that's a contact as well. Until you communicate with them, then they become a lead or they go in the trash. But that's it. And if we keep it that simple, phone, text, live, post, and inbound, your life is amazing. You can do that in 40 minutes.
I know. I just did it. It was insane. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, at the end of it, like, it's a little different for Michelle and I. We work together now. Like, some big things happened in our life. Last week, Michelle quit the full-time job. Like, the full-time on my side. Couldn't ask for a better partner, right? But it's cool because the end of like this training thing, like I would look at her and she would be like, what's the matter? And I'd be like, oh man, that was a lot. She'd be like, what are you kidding me? Like, come on. And I was like, no, but it's just a different way of thinking in a different way. And it's so effective. Like even like we did one little basic post on Facebook the other day. Within less than 24 hours, I had 111 people communicating and talking to people. I was talking back to them, and now it's
Betsy wanted to show up. She's right by my side.
Hey, you want to find out what the bell's all about? Go sign up for the appointment account. Let's get it done, right? But Sekou, how many people a day on average do you talk to?
200. My minimum.
200.
I have a minimum production contact goal of 200 people a day.
Wow.
And I almost always blow it out of the water.
That's freaking awesome. That is awesome.
We have Wednesdays. If anyone ever wants to test the theory, if anyone ever wants to be like, you guys are full of crap, there's no way in hell. I
was one.
Every Wednesday together, we make 10,000 contacts in 2 hours.
Wow.
Every single Wednesday together. Last Wednesday, we had 18,000 contacts in 2.5 hours.
Woo-wee. Some contacts, man. Let me tell you. Tell us, Tell us this, Sekou.
Uh-huh.
How do you win, and how do you get others to win?
Ooh. Great question, by the way. I'm gonna flip this back onto you both.
Okay.
Not now. I won't cop out, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna flip this back onto you both.
Okay.
Right? You guys are both tough as nails. You guys have been through a lot of stuff in the last few weeks. We all have been through a lot of stuff in the last year or so, right?
Absolutely.
And so your perspective on the world is, at least it's not the stuff that we've been through. That, like, this shit today is light compared to some of the stuff that you've had to go through in the last couple of weeks, last couple of months, right?
Absolutely.
So the answer to the question is a meme that I saw not too long ago. Right? How do I win and how do I get others to win? It's a mindset. The mindset is this. I thought that 2020 was going to give me everything I wanted. Instead, I found out that it showed me everything I already had.
That's right. It's true.
Okay. So when I win, it's a perspective shift for me. I look at my success as 90% no. I look at the any list that I have, any group that I'm working with, I'm not looking to sway 100% of the group. There's 10% in that group that really will benefit from the stuff that we're talking about, the stuff that we're doing right now. I'm not saying the 90% will never benefit from it, but there's a 10% in that room, and I'm looking for them to raise their hand and move forward and lean forward. Everyone else can have the information. Those 10% will use the information.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And that's how we get to win. We win together. It's a collaborative effect, and it happens over and over again. And I get to meet, like I said, I get to meet folks like you who I will then anecdote with.
Hey, there you go. There you go. So Michele had a question for you. But
I love the way y'all interact, by the way.
well,
This is awesome. Listening to a story by you guys is absolutely amazing. It's fun. It's engaging. I love it.
I love it.
Thank you
I
so
love it.
much.
You know.
So, what's the difference for you between good, best, and better? What does that mean for you?
I don't recognize good, right? I'm not working with the best of the middle, right? You think about it like this, right? So, one of my biggest heroes in the world is Muhammad Ali, right? So that's one of my biggest heroes in the world. Ali would walk around, I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest. That was his thing. I'm going to show you how great I am. I'm the greatest, right? So any coach that was working with Ali, right? Any coach that was working with Ali, you think they're teaching people how to box? No, not even a little bit. I'm not having any conversations with you how to box, how to stand. I'm not talking to you on the fundamentals of boxing. I'm going to take an elite athlete. I'm going to take the greatest in the world, and I'm going to shave seconds off of the time. I'm going to give him 3 or 4 more punches per second or whatever the hell it is. I'm going to take what you have, and I'm going to tune it to its finest caliber.
That's awesome.
So good is great. I mean, look, you guys have a good time. You guys are playing the game. You guys are running around, throwing the ball around the field. That's great. That's good, right? What I'm talking about is the guy that shows up at 4:30 in the morning who is not satisfied with the way his shoes are laced because they shave a half of a second off of his time. I want the person that's so obsessed with the next step that when I ask them to do something that is unreasonable, unreasonable is in their lunchbox. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, you want me to carry this tree?
Lunchbox, they eat that.
Yeah.
Lunch
So
every day.
I only work with the best of the best. That's the key to it.
At the
And
beginning,
I allow you to decide who the best of the best is. You know what I mean? What was you saying?
I said at the beginning of this interview, I'm introducing you, and like the word that comes to me is like word mixologist, right? Like you know, you have your bartender, he's flipping bottles. No, say he's out there, he's flipping words. He's like, and then he's like, and like it's funny because we had an opportunity in the academy to literally like listen to you do live.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I made a call. I made a couple of maybe I made one call this time. Usually sometimes I make more.
But even that was enough because it was funny to me to sit there and like I've been through coaching before. You ask a coach to put up or shut up. They don't put up. They find a way out, right? You were like, yeah, you can phone. I got this. Bang, bang, bang. throw it in the dialer, ring, ring, ring. Hello. Nobody's there. Okay. Hello. Voicemail, third, fourth call, fourth connection. Bang, on the phone. And for me, it was funny because we were driving. We were coming home from the dentist, right? And I'm listening, and I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, he's talking to this guy like he knows him already.
Yeah.
Like he is like, it was like, dude, thank you, man. I was like, wait a second. And Michelle's like, she's like, Jeff, that's Grant Cardone. He does that too. And I'm like, that's how you do it. And I'm like, I feel like this guy was like, who is this guy? Like, and that's the. But then after going through that process and thinking on it a little bit more, I came to realize, I said, he's intentionally doing that because that guy did hang up the phone. He goes, who the hell was that? Right?
Well,
now
he's gonna remember.
He's gonna remember. You know, he's gonna remember.
I sent him the packet, by the way. I sent him the packet. Yeah. I should have. You know what, Jeff?
Yeah.
You guys, duh. I should have shared with you that he sent me a message back. He was like, "You're the first person that ever sent me something that said they were going to send me something."
Right? It's funny.
All it was is follow up.
Yeah. So I took the same thing, right? Like same thing. We were calling. I got a for sale by owner on the phone, big house, and he was, I don't need to pay you the whole works. I'm not going to go into the details, right? So I said, I used a line. I said, if we took commission off the table, what do we got, right? And he was like, oh. I was like, what if I could do blah, blah. And he was like, all right, send me such and such. So I sent him that. I sent him my business card. I sent him everything. I sent him the email. I got a text message today. He goes, look, I got your video. I got your thing. He goes, I want to thank you so much. I'm going to toss my wife this week and get back to you. I was like, damn, I got this, right?
Done.
Yeah.
So my shoulder. Have a couple more of these uncomfortable conversations, right? This gets fun after a while.
It is. Well, you know, there was a coach that I had that told me that all of my success is on the other side of my comfort, right? And so that's what I do every day, man. As I look to just bridge. If it's uncomfortable, I definitely got to do it.
That's it.
Yeah.
You can't grow unless you're uncomfortable. That's my saying, right?
Yeah.
You have to be uncomfortable to grow, right? And one of your famous things is let's go, let's grow. And I love that.
Let's grow.
I love it.
Every day.
Powerful. It puts like you think of that and you're like, wow, wait a second, that's powerful, right? And these like little nuggets, like, but again, it all starts with one. And let me talk a little bit about Appointment Academy. You know, we went through some of the details, but like, if I'm a brand new, do your thing. What do you got?
You're a brand new agent out there in the world. I'll do as fast as I can. I promise.
Yeah. Take your time.
So the Appointment Academy was born out of, I was in a room full of mediocre agents that were, they were great and like incredible agents and people, and they had mediocre responses to the market. And my question was always, well, why don't we just get on the phones together and lead generate together? Well, what would happen is that we would be in the room together, but everyone would be so in their corner, in their space. And I'd be walking up and down the aisle, swinging my wooden sword. I had a bamboo sword, and I'd be swinging my shit around and talking loud and touching other people's stuff on their desk, and I'm eating chips and shit. And people would be like, what? He's reaching into my pocket and taking money out of my pocket, and and the broker. Remember, I said I was closing 12, 15 transactions a month, right?
They didn't care.
The broker was like, yeah, stop that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Keep doing it.
Right? So what the Academy did was what I wanted to do was to be like, come into my world for a second. Like, if you come into this room, they literally built a room out for me.
Wow.
The First Academy, they built out a prospect room. They had a bunch of booths, but mine was the only one that was occupied. I had all kinds of toys and shit hanging from it and things, this and that. And my assistant at the time used to take my cell phone, because I was still operating off of a desktop phone. My assistant used to take my cell phone from me and put it in her desk. And if I needed it before the end of lead gen, she would take $25 from me. Oh. The only way I could get my phone back is I had to give her $25 to use my phone.
That's accountability.
Right?
Yeah, man, that's some
it was a lot of accountability. So what I started doing was charging people to come in my room and lead generate with me.
Beautiful.
Right? You want to come in? You want to come and just sit here and listen to me? $25. Right? And then I started challenging people while you were in here listening. Why don't you just pick up the phone and just do that. I'll listen to what you're saying. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'll listen to what you say. And then it evolved. We've done it with rooms with 150 people in the room. This was when it was still physical. The Appointment Academy was still physical. So brand new agent, you're sitting there at your desk, or in this universe, you're sitting there at your kitchen table trying to figure out how do you generate business in this modern world. The answer to the question is make as many contacts as humanly possible.
Okay.
Right? Is just reach out. I have a 0 to 60 mentality. It's what is a zero cost, high time cost, and what is the high volume sales investment, low time investment version, right? And so the Appointment Academy is right in the middle, is where the lines meet. You know, you're going to be investing time, energy, money, and direction into developing your business. And the elevator pitch is, it is the simple, repetitive techniques, tips, scripts, and systems that a 200 deal a year production agent does every single day, given to you in bite-sized pieces over the course of 5 days, hopefully to create a habit. There you go. That's the Appointment Academy.
All I know is this was crazy. The Academy is sick. I am literally going to put all my agents that are on the team. It's like Michele and I were talking. We're like, we're gonna make it like a staple. Like, if you want to join a team, you have to go and do this before you do anything. You have to go and do a 5-day training course with Sekou. That's it.
I'm with it. I got it.
It's funny because they're like, oh well, you know, and we might have a couple people that are gonna be like, well, what does that cost? I'm like, well, what is your future cost?
Yes.
What is that dream?
Oh my God.
Cost, right? Because if I pay for it, you're not going to care. You got no stake in the game. You put the money where your mouth is. Go join it. Go spend the money. Go sit there for the 5 days. Interact. Network with the people. Because you did this awesome thing about it. I thought it was amazing. It was the coolest thing in the world. Instead of just sitting there and having the guy monologue talk the whole time. No, you brought speakers in. You did a breakout sessions that were amazing. The breakout sessions were sick. You put us in a room, three people. I made connections in Florida, in Jersey, in Queens, California, right? California, Texas, right? Yeah, right. Texas, all over the place. So like now these are people that I know and now I built relationships with. So this way, when we are, and then the other thing was crazy was you're like, look, you're gonna call where nobody knows who the hell you are.
Yeah.
What? Mind blown, right?
It has to do with your reputation.
Yeah, exactly. Right? So, real quick, I gotta thank you so much for everything. You've been amazing. Thank you so much for this call. I do have one silly question for you, right?
Shoot.
All right. So when you're out showing a house, okay, you walk in the house.
You know where we're going.
What is the one thing you're looking for?
You personally.
Me personally, when I walk through a house, I am on a mission based on where I grew up. I am looking for outlets. I need to have a whole bunch of fucking outlets in my house, right? I grew up in Harlem. I grew up in a pre-war building. Every room had one freaking power outlet in it. All these extension cords and everything like that out of there. So since I'm a kid and I've grown up and now I look for my places, everybody gets their own outlet. Like everybody, I got 5 kids, right? It's me and my wife and 5 kids, right? I believe me, I don't want to know the argument that comes from who's got my charger.
Well, that's amazing. That's awesome.
That was great. And Sekou, thank you so much. And just to reiterate, you're with EXP, right?
I am. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, you're a partner with us, so we can partner, we can learn from you, we can grow from you. Like it's just. Well,
that's just the spirit of EXP, right?
Can I say something about EXP and about my experience and things like that? Right. DeVoe and I have been working together for a while. Dave DeVoe, I'm the growth director for the DeVoe team, right? And so that means that within EXP, we have a team and we grow and we're expansion. And my job is to grow the team. I've been a recruiter. I've been, a sales director and all of this and that. EXP and moving to EXP, this is the first time in 22 years of me developing other people's business, developing other people's office, developing other people's recruiting and all of that other stuff. This is the first time that I've ever been offered a partnership.
Isn't it amazing?
Right.
Freaking amazing.
Dude, there's so much that happens as a new agent. If you guys are out there as a new agent, don't be afraid of the business. Don't be afraid of the business. You be afraid of people who are not willing to share the business with you. Yeah. All right. You have to understand that there's a difference, right? You got all of these brands. I don't mean to tell stories out of school. I'm not trying to diss anybody else's brand. I've been in almost every other brand they've got.
Yep.
Yeah.
No one has ever shared the business with me. They always share the work with me.
Yep.
They never shared the business with me.
Exactly.
And it's the first time. Don't be afraid of the business. Be afraid of people who won't share the business with you. Talk to Jeff and Michelle. Talk to me. Talk to anybody that you want. We will hook you up. I just wanted to say that, man.
Oh,
that is the truth. Like, and that's what the biggest thing is. Like, a lot of times, and you see it on Facebook, and this will be the last thing we go before we give you, a warm thank you and some air hugs and stuff. But I laugh at the people out there that are sitting there telling people that this company is not for new agents. When we have people like you and myself and a bunch of other partners that we're just waiting to open our books, show you everything that we do, how we do it, and then additionally help you do it to go and be the best you possibly can be. Because at EXP, we are not against each other; we are with each other. We grow together. That's
big fire.
Say it,
baby. One big fire, baby. Let's
go. We are all in this together, right? Sekou, man, I cannot wait. This summertime,
you're gonna come out on the boat.
Fishing.
Yes,
We're gonna go fishing. Rocky,
your intro, it had all of the pictures of the boat on it. I was like,
yeah, got excited. That's it, man. That's it. So we're gonna have some fun this summer. I can't wait. Man, thank you for everything this week, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.